All right.
Oh,
Welcome to a brand new
it's
episode
been a
of
while.
Wrestling with Life. Wrestling with Life is back for 2026. We are super excited to be doing this again. We've got some
Yeah.
great
Good times.
shows we're lining up for you, and we are starting off 2026 with a banger because I guarantee you, if you are a fan of indie wrestling, and I'm talking anywhere, if you are a fan of indie wrestling anywhere, you may not know this our guest today to see him in person, but I guarantee you know his work because
Yes.
it is it has its own distinctive style, which we will get into.
Yes.
But we are super excited to be joined by Justin from Electric Sleep Images. What's going on, man?
I don't deserve that kind of intro, man. Thank you.
Oh, stop it.
Get out of here.
Stop it.
That was way more hype than I deserve.
No, wait a minute.
No, again, that's not true. Stop it.
That is not
Your
true at all.
intro music is the most zen thing ever, by the way. I was
Right?
like,
Yeah.
I felt like
I
I
love
was
it.
listening to like one of those like, hey, relax, fall asleep.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it's good, man. I'm feeling great.
Right.
Yeah, that's how we lull people into a false sense of security, and then we nail them with the hardball questions.
Oh my god!
Speaking of hardball questions, I have the first hardball question for you.
Uh-oh.
What came first for you, the photography or the wrestling fandom?
Wrestling fandom.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So I'm 42 years old, and I grew up primarily with WCW in my house.
Oh,
Nice.
I was a fan as a kid. I was a fan of just like comic books and stuff like that. And
Cool.
My dad was the more sporty kind of guy. He was actually a power lifter.
Oh,
So
nice. Wow.
He would work out with guys from like NWA territory days.
Oh,
here in
cool.
Virginia, because like I'm
That's
in Virginia
cool.
Beach, which is close to Norfolk, so it's
Mhm.
kind of like
Yep.
a territory that a lot of people would pass through.
yeah.
So
Right.
he just through friendships like worked out with some of these
Mhm.
guys, and because of that, WCW
That's cool.
was like something that played in my house growing up.
Yeah.
And I think one of my first conscious memories of it was seeing Vader come out with the Mastodon mask and put it
Yeah.
out of that.
Yes.
And my dad
Yeah.
was watching it, and I was just like, I don't know what this is, but I'm into it.
Right.
Just based off that. And then as a kid, like I would watch it on Saturdays occasionally, but my fandom
Mhm.
didn't really take off until literally the first episode of Nitro we ever watched together was the one where Scott Hall showed up.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Okay.
that's awesome.
Wow. Yeah.
And I was a Sting fan as a kid, and watching that whole year, which in my opinion, I mean, people will say what they want to about how that storyline ended, but that whole year was one of the best stories in wrestling history because it got people
Oh,
Right.
absolutely.
It was the
and
coolest.
watching. So I mean, it was pretty much off to the races at that point. And I took a brief break, probably in like 2001, right before the invasion happened.
Right.
And then in 2005, I went to college, and I had a couple of friends that were going to a bar to watch a pay-per-view,
Nice.
and then it's just like I fell in love all over again. So
Absolutely. I mean, that's, Norfolk was a huge city for WCW. I mean,
Right.
all the things that went on there. That's where the DX invasion happened.
Yep.
Norfolk,
Yep.
Virginia.
I was there
Yeah.
for that night, actually.
Oh, were
I was
Oh,
That's
at,
awesome.
yeah, I was at the Hampton Coliseum with
So cool.
because Raw was going on, so we were there for that.
Yeah.
And then we
Oh,
watched
so
on
cool.
live screen as they were going over to the Norfolk Scope.
That's
so that was
awesome.
pretty wild. And
That's
my first wrestling
incredible.
show was WCW World War III.
Oh,
back
wow.
in 96, I think. And you can
Yeah.
actually go back and watch that show. I'm in the front row wearing a pink and blue Sting hat. It's
Yes.
bad. Like, they didn't have good merch options back then.
Oh yeah.
That's great.
My
perfect.
girlfriend would be super happy that I was wearing a pink hat because that's like her favorite color.
Got
But,
it.
yeah, yeah, it's a bad look.
So while we're talking about Vader, now I don't want you to be jealous or anything here, but I'm gonna show you some Vader pictures.
Here we go.
See,
This interview's over.
that's me and Vader.
This
But wait,
interview's over.
no, wait. It gets even better. I got to put it on.
Oh, I hate you. I love this. I love this for you, but I hate
Right.
you at the same time. 'Cause it's not
Yeah.
me in that mask.
That was absolutely insane. I met him at a Pro Wrestling Syndicate show in Rahway, New Jersey, and he was there. He wasn't wrestling; he was just appearing, and yeah, he had that thing there, and he was like, here, hold this. So I'm holding it while I'm taking the picture, and he's like, go ahead and put it on. I'm like, what? I almost dropped it. I was so shocked.
Was it heavy?
I put it on. It was a little heavy, yeah.
Okay, I was just curious.
Was it actual? Was it metal or was it PVC? Like, what did it actually feel like?
No, it felt like metal. Yeah, it felt heavy like metal. Like the two of us had to
wear it. I mean,
yeah, the two of us had to pick it up and put it on me. It was.
Could you see through it at all?
No.
Okay.
I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea. None. So
it's so funny because I see all these guys who have like entrance gear now, and because of like the prevalence of cosplayers and stuff, a lot of it's probably made of like Evo foam and stuff like that.
Right.
And you hear a story like that with his helmet, and you're like, man, you guys don't know how good you have it.
Right. You don't know how good you have it at all.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, now that we know the sort of the wrestling side, how long have you been shooting photography, and how did you get into the photography in general?
This is 13 years.
Wow.
So I started with getting a camera. I went to film school back in like 2010.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
And the school that I went to didn't really have a lot of equipment to rent out.
Mm-hmm.
I got kind of disenchanted by that. So I ended up kind of withdrawing from their program. And I just said, I'm going to teach myself. So I went out and I got a Canon Rebel T3i.
Oh,
by the way,
yeah.
They're amazing. They
Canon
really
Rebels,
are. Like,
yeah.
18 megapixels. Like the first 5 years of my career, I shot on that thing.
Wow.
And there's times where I wish I could go back to it. But worked in Virginia, like working with a lot of like models, doing stuff with fashion and things like that. Just kind of like learning. And Virginia's like Hampton Roads, the area that I live in.
Yeah.
It's very good for kind of building a portfolio and learning because there's a lot of people that want to learn as well.
Mm-hmm.
And there were some amazing photographers in this area that kind of took me under their wing during that time. A couple of guys like Chris Mangoon, he was visual artistry media on Instagram, and Dana Chapman, who actually does sports photos in this area now too. Jerry Navarrete and Charles Long, those are guys that let me tag along on shoots and just kind of observe and pick their brain.
Right.
And it's crazy because there's such kind of like a scarcity of photographers in this area, or there was at the time, that people started hiring them to do other things too. So instead of fashion, like I also got booked to do weddings, which that's a whole, you want to talk about stress. Like
I can't imagine.
Just headshots, event photography, things like that. So just all kind of things that I was able to put into my toolkit over the years doing that.
So in all these years of doing photography, is wrestling your favorite type of photography to shoot, or is something else kind of at the top of your list?
I would say hands down wrestling. It's unique to me because I've been doing this for 13 years. And when you're shooting a lot of one thing, you can get kind of burnt out to a degree. I've never felt that with wrestling. Like every time, whether I'm doing promos, portraits, or ringside, I still have that same high that I got the first time that I took my camera to a show, Yeah. So I think that means a lot, and hands down, that's my favorite thing,
Okay, so this is probably a good time. We have some of your photos here. I pulled some some photos that I really like that you have done. So let's take a, but I think it shows off a lot of what you do. So all right, so you obviously do promo portraits here. We have Allison Red on the left, who will be on our show in April. We have Kendra Kaida on the right. These were done at Royalty Wrestling, but you also do tag teams as well.
Yeah.
We have the Party Crashers on the left, and then 3011 Selrina on the right. But when I said people are probably going to know you for your style, these are the pictures I'm talking about. So here we have Pink on the left for one, and we have Deus Ex Machina on the right there. And now those are good, but I think these two that I picked here are probably two of my favorites that I've seen you do. Obviously, again, Dirty Love on the left,
Yeah.
Morning Star on the right. Those are incredible. And I've seen you work. I've been at shows and seen you work. So it's incredible what you're able to do with photography. Now you've also been able to photograph some big names right here, Eric Ademia and Notorious Mimi, who both just got tagged for WWID.
Yep.
And then you've had the opportunity to photograph Drew Gulak, obviously on the left there, and Matt Cardona over on the right. But you also do, as you mentioned, ringside photography. We have, some entrance photos here.
Yep.
An after-match photo of the gatekeepers winning the Knights of the Squared Circle, and then you do action shots as well. That's a particular good one.
Yeah, that
is a good one.
Pretty spot on.
Yeah,
pretty spot on.
So, do you enjoy? Now, again, you're talking about stressful. So I don't know if this is a stressful thing or not. But do you enjoy doing like the ringside photography?
I honestly, as much as I love them equally, I really do. Anytime that I'm allowed to be ringside, it's a privilege, and I treat it as such because I worked for 6 years in SoCal, just doing various indies. But I was the head photographer for Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Very cool.
You'll see a lot of my work all over there. Like the Primetime Live run that United Wrestling Network did, I was the head ringside and graphics photographer. And it's crazy, like the names I got to work with on that backstage. Like, I shot LA Knight, like literally right before he signed.
Nice.
It was funny because I think he might have used the shots we took at that show and submitted them for like his
cool. That's awesome.
Nick Aldis, just tons of different people, and like it's a different vibe. But when you're ringside, it's a different kind of high.
Right.
I don't shoot burst mode. I use single shot.
Wow.
And I shoot right now with an Nikon ZF.
Okay.
I switched over to that because this is going to sound really stupid. I actually have the camera right here to kind of demonstrate. That camera has a button on the top that is more extended than your typical like shutter. It's not as mushy as a lot of other ones. So I'm able to kind of like hit autofocus and time it and just get those shots when I need to.
Nice. Yeah.
So it means more to me when I actually do it that way, as opposed to like if I just sprayed shots all over the place and just got whatever.
Sure.
But that's kind of the high of ringside for me, just catching the motion and just knowing what that moment is,
Right.
I hope that makes sense.
No, absolutely.
Like I kind of wandered a little bit.
Absolutely.
Got lost in my feels on it.
Now, is there someone that you've photographed that made you sort of mark out a little as a fan?
Oh.
So that's the thing. I pride myself on not having those kinds of reactions because, if you're doing like a show that's televised and it's going live, you have 1 minute to get these guys before they go out through the curtain when you're doing promos with them. And like on top of that too, like if I'm personable with someone, like my background was I did customer service most of my 20s. So I knew I was the most awkward kid you would ever have met back when I was younger.
Right.
I credit working at Blockbuster with helping me
talk
to people.
Good old Blockbuster, man. I miss Blockbusters.
Yeah, absolutely.
For those of you kids watching this who don't know what that is, back in the ancient times, you had to go to a store to get the stuff that you are watching on Netflix right now.
Right.
Yeah.
But I was a huge movie fan growing up, and that allowed me to actually talk to people. And as time went on, like my social skills developed from there. But I think that that's something that's kind of helped me with what I do with promos, because anytime I go into a shoot, it doesn't matter who you are. I have just golden retriever energy where I'm just like happy and excited. And I'm like, like joking. So it could be anyone, but I also know when to scale that back. Like, and knowing when to shift those gears is kind of important when you're working with people. So there's one situation though that I was doing backstage photography with AEW,
Okay.
and it was Full Gear. It was back in 2023, and everybody was super cool to work with. I walked up to them, and they were like, "Yeah, let's go do these shots." There was one guy that I couldn't approach though, and you're probably gonna know who it is based off my background here. Sting crossed my path multiple times,
Okay.
and I would be like, "I'm gonna go talk to him," and then I would just like kind of like lock up.
Oh,
Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Freeze.
because I instantly went back to being like a 12-year-old again.
Right.
But the cool thing was, this was like a 1 in a million thing. He was getting ready to go out for his final match in Los Angeles,
Right.
and Ric Flair was walking to the ring with him. And if you go on my Instagram, you'll see this shot. It's the shot of two of them in the dark. That is all ambient light hitting perfectly the right way. I'm not using flash or anything. And you guys have seen me in person. I'm like 6'2.5",
Right.
Yeah.
and I'm really pale. I don't hide well.
Yeah.
I wedged myself into the corner of the room in the dark, and I got my wide lens, and I just started clicking away. And
Nice.
so we're gonna flash forward from that like 2 years, because that shot went like kind of semi-viral. I went to WrestleCade in North Carolina
Nice.
because he was going to be there.
Right.
And I was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna get this shot signed. So I printed it up, and I also printed up a couple of shots from that match to give him, because it's
cool.
your final one in LA.
Sure.
So like, here, man.
Yeah.
I made a shot print of that for him too.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You took this?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, I didn't see you. Where were you? I was like, "Oh, I was just in the corner like a little goblin."
Yes, I was in the rafters.
Right. I was up top
It's-
looking down.
It was funny because I took my mom with me to that convention, because
Oh,
I
nice.
had just moved back to Virginia,
Right.
and I had worked for 6 years out there, and I had all these experiences, and I met all these people, and a lot of people I knew were going to be there at that convention.
Right.
And so I took her to kind of just meet like people I had been working with and friends that were there and stuff like
Nice.
that. And she said that the entire time I was talking to him, I looked like my brain was melting. So,
I have a very small Sting thing. The year before you were at Full Gear, he did a Hall of Fame thing right in my town next door. Like they announced him in the Hall of Fame. It was kind of cool, and I did a photo with him. And they literally, it was one of those photos where you get not even a second to talk to him. It's like you walk in, they snap you, they push you out. So
Yeah.
like I took my moment to ask him at least one goofy question just to make him laugh. So I stood next to him and I'm like, "Man, how are you still doing this?" And he looks at me and goes, "Man, I don't even know." And it's the funniest, like,
I don't even know.
like I don't even know,
money
dude.
is a very good motivator, man.
Right.
Oh, it is.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Oh
So-
man,
I have, and now in my years of doing all the things I've been doing, I've met probably well over 500 wrestlers, and I don't really have those moments where I get starstruck anymore. But I had a really big one. I used to go to Legends of the Ring, which is a convention was always in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, but they always got big names, and Ric Flair was there one year. So it's just during the day, we're walking around and whatever. I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna head to the bathroom. I'll be right back." So I go in the bathroom, do my thing. I'm washing my hands at the sink, and I look over, and there's Ric Flair washing his hands right next to me. I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" He's like, "Pretty good." And he grabs some towels and out. I kid you not. It must have been. He must have thought so. I don't know if he remembered me or not, but I went to the bathroom 2 other times that day, and he was in there both times. It was like the weirdest thing. But every time I saw him, I was like frozen, because
Like-
it takes literally your brain a second to figure out that you're standing to what is possibly the greatest wrestler of all time.
Right.
And you're just like your brain takes that second and then shuts everything
it just
down.
shuts it down.
Says forget it. Mouth, hands, eyes, everything. You're lucky you're breathing. Your brain still
Right.
does that. But
Right.
oh man, it was a moment.
Now, would you say that shot is maybe one that you're most proud of?
That's absolutely. I mean, it's hands down. Um, my entire career feels like that was the one that I was working up toward.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just kind of like this really crazy full circle moment. I have it signed by him hanging on my wall behind
Oh,
me.
nice.
That's cool.
That's cool.
So,
Heck yeah.
That's awesome. Now, let's talk about when you're photographing wrestlers, because I often wonder about this. So we see them in the different poses and things, especially when you're doing like the special graphics, the smoke,
Right.
the fire, all that
Yep.
stuff. When you're working with that, when a wrestler comes in, do they have an idea of what they want to do, or is this you suggesting poses, or how does all that work?
a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
Gotcha.
Most of the time, column B. Like a lot of people show up, and it's so funny because when you see them get into the ring and you see them make an entrance, there's all this like confidence because they are in
Right.
character.
Right.
A lot of times they don't know that like when they get into that photo booth, that's how they should be as well.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, take yourself out of the equation. You're in character right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a background with editorial, like and posing and stuff like
okay.
that.
Oh,
I
cool.
can
Okay.
get the angles and the shapes out of them that I really want to.
Nice.
And a lot of that kind of comes down to like mirroring. I always tell photographers like, you can't be afraid of looking stupid doing this.
Right.
So,
Right.
Like even, I'll sit there working with Kendra, and I'll just be like, okay, so you're gonna turn your hip like this, and then here, and then like this, and then bend your knee like this. It's gonna look a lot better when you do it, I promise. But
Oh, that's great.
That's amazing. That's so
being able to
good.
communicate those things is great, and also it comes down to the comfort because
Yeah.
if I'm making myself look stupid, they're not going to be afraid of looking dumb in front of me. you
Sure.
know?
Right.
And
Sure.
The dumber it feels, the better it looks on camera normally. That's the crazy part.
Yeah.
Now-
That's very true.
I'm gonna show you another photo here because
There we go.
you made now this is actually the thumbnail that is for this episode, but the picture that we used for it, you mentioned that is your favorite piece of merchandise from a photo
Brother.
you've ever yes our
Brother,
good
cousin.
friend brother cousin. He's like a de facto member of the family here because
Right. Yeah.
he's guest hosted on the show a number of times. His episode is phenomenal. But so tell us about that photo because you seem to really like that photo.
That was our first time working together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We had worked at the Wrestle Factory. I did a promo
Okay.
day there, and that's where I met a lot of people from this. So
Right.
coming to Royalty Wrestling as a result of just working with them there.
Right.
But that was our first shoot together, and just what he did with the shot. Like, I don't know if he designed that himself or who his designer is,
Yeah.
but I saw that on social, and I immediately messaged him. I was like, "Save one of those for me. I am buying
Yeah.
it."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he tried giving me the shirt, and I was like, "No."
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm paying for that. Like,
You're like, no, this is my shirt.
I try to do that too. Like if I see my shots used on their merchandise, I try to buy any of that just because
Right.
like you guys have invested in me, let me invest in you, but also
Sure.
a little bit of a mark for myself. So
Yeah.
it's kind
I-
of cool to just have
I
that.
get it. Yeah.
Right,
I get
right.
it. It's a cool thing. I've designed some shirts for some wrestlers that they have been wearing at shows and selling the merch and stuff like that. And it's always cool when you see your vision on
Yep.
somebody's merchandise. Like
Yeah.
it's a totally insane feeling to think, hey, I did that.
Right.
I love seeing that too because nothing makes me happier than when I go to those shows and I see that everybody has a merch table.
Yep.
And it's all full of stuff that they've done for promo shoots that they're getting creative because like that's the thing. I mean, look, it's independent wrestling. We know how it operates.
Mhm.
Booking fees in a lot of the indies are not great. You're typically wrestling for
Sure.
gas money.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
But the people who are making that merchandise and selling it, it's like, dude, you are like, you can keep making money doing this. Like you
Right.
can have a career
Yeah.
on the indies doing this. And a good
Yeah.
example of that would be Cardona.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people don't know this, but one of the shots that we took, I think he had just torn his bicep in the ring,
Ooh.
and he still
wow.
took the picture.
Wow.
So Like this is in Las
That's
Vegas
crazy.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
And but it's because the man has a mind for business, and he knows
Right.
like, hey, I have a chance to take this photo and make some money with it.
Sure.
And a lot of people just don't think past that. They're like, let me go out there and have a good match and hang out with my friends. And like the people that succeed in this business are the ones who do treat it like a business and invest in themselves.
Well,
Right,
and he's
right.
I mean he's got a genius mind, but he
Oh,
is
yeah.
an absolute blueprint for how somebody can make it on the indies.
Absolutely.
Just
Yeah.
his every step he's taken, that even brought him back to WWE. Every step
Yeah.
that he's taken, he took he took what he was doing and just tailored it for exactly what the people wanted. Like
Absolutely.
he could tell what the fans wanted, and he went with it. And his indie run was amazing. To
Incredible.
Be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was seriously, and still he must. I'm so curious how many times he watched a John Moxley entrance, because when he first came out in that JCW show, he had his movements down to a science, to the point where everyone thought it was Moxley. Everyone thought it was Moxley until he took the mask off. He must have been watching tape to get the move right, the sway right. Like he had it down to a science.
He just, I mean, if you look back at his run in 2010, like 2010, 2011, when he was doing the Long Island true story, like
Right.
he knows how to work with the trends in this business.
Oh, 100%.
I think that even after he retires at some point, I mean, the guy is still in phenomenal shape, and he can still,
absolutely.
can still go. But like when
Oh,
that
yeah.
day comes, I think he'd be incredible in a creative capacity in
Oh.
that company.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more to that. I mean, just seeing, what's crazy to me is that we got the chance to see two comebacks in a matter of a year. Zack Ryder and then Matt Cardona, both in WWE. We got to see both sides come back in like 1 year, in a matter of like 2 months. So like,
Insane.
yeah. Now, do you have any maybe wild stories of things that may have happened to you while you were trying to get a good shot?
Yeah. So
Says reluctantly.
my first year of shooting, I have a couple. I've got quite a few, but one of the wild ones was that I was shooting Extreme Rules tag team tornado match between the Rock Ness Monsters, Brody King, and Tyler Bateman.
That's a great name.
It was one. Oh, they're, if you've never seen the Rock Ness Monsters, they're incredible. Yuma and Kevin. So the gimmick they were running with at the time, and I think they did up until the end, was that they were space cops.
Okay.
Great. But I mean, Kevin Martinson is an insanely innovative, like offensive wrestler.
Right.
It's so funny because before shows all the time, I would get there early and be shooting promos. And then I would see him like looking up at like a staircase or a rafter or something. And I'd just go up and I'd be like, "You're going to jump off that, aren't you?" I just knew it was coming.
Yeah.
So there's this Extreme Rules match going on, and I'm focusing on an exchange going on between Bateman and Martinson in the ring.
Right.
And then I feel this big hand grab my belt loop and pull back like I'm nothing. I weighed like 210 at the time, so I felt like a baby. And I realized it was Brody King's hand that was just like pulling me out of the line of fire. And as soon as he pulled me back, Yuma comes through the ropes right where I was at.
Oh, jeez.
So this wasn't like, it was standing room only. So the fans were at the apron of the ring.
Okay.
And then the other time, I had brought my ex to one of these shows. Same show, standing room only.
Oh God.
This is not what made it the next situation. But I'm sitting there shooting, and there's a spot up on the top turnbuckle, and I know that someone is coming in my direction.
Oh God.
But we've got people elbow to elbow. There's nowhere to go, and I'm just like, okay. So I throw her behind me, and then I throw my camera behind me, and the guy flips, and his foot hits right here, 1 foot here, and 1 foot in my rib.
Oh boy.
And I was like, okay, the way my brain operated, I'm like, okay, is she okay? All right, cool. She's fine. Is my camera okay? Okay,
Right.
it's fine. Am I okay? I'm not okay.
No.
I'm okay.
I woke up the next day and my arm looked like that episode of Rick and Morty where like he injected the memories of the one guy and the arm just got
Oh no.
huge. Like
Oh,
my tricep was
Wow.
blown up.
oh
It was yellow
jeez.
and purple all the way down.
Oh,
So
oh.
yeah, I've got some battle scars.
Yeah. I've only ever, in all my years of being ringside, I've only ever had one major injury, and it was the night I thought I killed someone.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Go on.
so let's just say that for all intensive purposes, the person that we would know as Orange Cassidy's in the ring, and I'm sitting ringside, and normally, you know, at indie shows, when you know somebody's going to come diving through the ropes and there's the crowd there, normally you'll have like ring crew will come over and try and block or get in front
Right.
of everybody or get everybody out of the way. Well, he was moving at such a rate of speed. I mean, he'd have blown out Braun Breaker. Like Braun Breaker would be in his dust. He was moving so fast. And before we knew it, he's diving headfirst with a suicide dive through the middle and the top rope. Well, he hits the wrestler that he's attempting to hit and comes straight into me. And he hits his skull right off my left knee and falls over and like crumples into a heap and is not moving. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, oh my God, I just killed Orange Cassidy. What am I going to do? What, like, because he's not moving. And I'm
He's
like,
not moving.
crap, what do I do? Crap. And people are running over and I'm like, shit, I didn't mean to do this. I didn't mean to kill him. It happened so fast.
He's got like such an explosive way of diving
Oh,
through
dude.
those ropes too. So like
Yeah.
it's not surprising that would happen.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it was quite crazy.
Yeah, it was. I can't imagine did you ask him? Like, did you go to ask him? Are you okay? Like, as he fell, like, are you okay? Are you all right?
I didn't know what to do because I wasn't sure if I said anything he could even hear me.
Right, because he was knocked out.
I wasn't sure he was conscious enough to hear me. Yeah.
you're also in
Was it-
shock. So I mean,
Yeah, you're like,
that's a factor as
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, anytime you almost accidentally kill a wrestler ringside, you go into shock.
You go in a little bit of shock.
Yeah. Just a
Now,
little.
here's a good one I just thought of. If you could shoot any match in wrestling history, what's the one?
Ooh.
I never thought of that.
Ah,
It's
See?
ah,
Told you
my
hard balls.
Well, my mindset shifted in the past couple of years because like when I was doing stuff out there in LA, it was happening so fast, and I never had time to like be like, holy crap, I really did that.
right.
So like my mindset has shifted to where like I'm just grateful anytime I get to do this now, you know. Oh my God, you guys really threw me a curveball on this.
Aha.
You're gonna have to edit this silence. Sorry.
Nah.
No, listen.
No.
It's all good. Listen,
It's all good.
Yeah. It's a tough question.
Honestly, man, I'm just gonna go off the top of my head here.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go with Sting, Hogan, Starrcade '97.
Okay.
Ooh, all right.
Wow.
Just
all
because
right.
of how much build there was to that
Right.
match.
Mm-hmm.
And just the shot of them staring each other down. Like if you go back and watch that match, like it's not like a technical thrilling match. I mean, it's a
Sure,
Hogan
sure.
match.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
but just the moments and the drama and the back and forth, because I know
Mhm.
we all feel a certain way about the finish of that.
Right.
A lot's been debated about it over the years. However, I remember watching that match when I was 13 years old and just being so invested.
Right.
And being able to capture stills of that would be just incredible, you know?
I was a huge Hulkamaniac growing up, so I understand like there's like sort of a reverence and a love for Hulk Hogan that kind of pushes you past the, let's call it, athletic performance,
Right.
or not, or lack thereof.
Right.
I was never a Hulk Hogan kid. I mean, it's because I was a
Ah.
WCW kid growing up.
Sure.
So,
Right.
and like my fandom, I never really watched WWF as a kid.
Right.
Yeah.
All my friends did. I was just the weird
Mm-hmm.
outlier that was in the WCW.
Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
I only really watched his work like when he became a heel. And
Right.
he was such a good heel. So that's kind of my whole thing. So recent years with Hogan, all the behavior and stuff like that, I'm like, he's a heel.
Right. He's a bad guy. He's not a good guy.
So then being a WCW guy, you were the little stinger.
Right.
You loved the like surfer sting, with all the wild crazy colors, and I can only imagine. See, I lived in an area where we didn't get WCW because we didn't have
Right.
TBS. So I can clearly remember my father had a lot of heart issues, and every time he would go to the hospital and we'd just be waiting around for doctors or whatever, it was about a half an hour from where I lived, but they had TBS. So
Right.
like anytime we were there on a Saturday night at 6:05, I'd be putting on TBS, or you know what I mean? Like, so I'd get to see a little bit of it then, but we just, until it got really big, until almost the Monday Night Wars, I didn't have any WCW here at all.
It's so funny because like I started watching it passingly as a kid during the Jim Herd era.
Okay.
Which is notorious for like,
Yeah.
the less we say about it, the better.
Right.
Yeah.
One of the first times I ever saw Sting is when RoboCop saved him.
Right.
Which was like, hell yeah, that's awesome. It's RoboCop.
Man, listen. WCW did a lot of like, let's bring in Chucky, let's bring in RoboCop. Like they brought in a lot of like movie characters as like their stars.
So there was a period of 2 years in Los Angeles where I ran a horror movie museum.
Okay.
Okay.
It was on Hollywood Boulevard, right at the corner of Hollywood and Highland.
Right.
And it was a lot of sci-fi, like costumes and stuff and props and special effects that were used for these movies.
Right.
Big E walked by one day.
Oh.
And he saw it, and he came in with one of the guys who did costumes for WWE for him at the time, like the new costume designer. And I was like, yeah, come on in. So I gave them both like a private tour of the place. And it was so funny because I don't know how we got onto the topic. We started talking about the Yeti.
Yeah.
And,
oh boy.
Yes.
Oh man.
And we started talking because that was notoriously like a Dusty Rhodes idea.
Oh yeah.
And
right.
I just started riffing with him. I was like, can you imagine like getting pitched on that? Like, yeah, so we're gonna just wrap you up in this dirty old toilet paper here.
Yeah, it's gonna be real good, Daddy. It's gonna be real good.
Now you're gonna go out there, you're gonna bear hug them, but make sure you wiggle your hips back and forth really vigorously. You gotta really sell that.
It's gonna make some money, baby.
Yeah, make some money.
It's gonna make some
Make
money.
sure you stay away from open flames in the backstage.
Well, listen, every idea can't be war games.
Right.
You know?
Or
Man,
the,
I mean,
you know what?
or the
I forgive
Shockmaster.
everything else. I forgive the Shockmaster. I forgive all the other stuff. Because we got war games. It's okay.
Exactly. Oh,
Now, real quick, do you prefer like the old school war games, or do you like sort of the modernized version of it?
It's hard to beat the modernized version of it. I mean,
Okay.
it really is. Like,
Okay.
I think that we have a habit of kind of nostalgizing things and romanticizing them.
Sure.
And then you go back to revisit them and you take off the nostalgia glasses and it's like, this isn't quite as good as I remembered. So it's really cool that they found ways to kind of modernize it and update it while still keeping it faithful. Also, it was so funny to me because when you look back at it, WCW, like their innovative matches were like, oh, they have a steel cage. We're going to do 2 steel cages.
Right.
They have a 30-man battle royale. We're going to do 60 men with 2 rings.
Yeah. Well, and if you look at the old war games cages, I mean, you can imagine guys like scrambling to find fences in their backyard to put the thing together. Like it's very chintzy looking, to be honest. I think the difference between the modern day and back then, I think back then they told stories that felt more personal. Like you felt like these guys, like the Horseman breaking Dusty's leg and things
Right.
like that. You felt like War Games was absolutely warranted because there's no other way these guys can settle this, massively personal feud. I don't always feel like they tell the story that well these days, but the action inside of there, the first time they had it with the women in NXT and Io Sky did the dive off the top with the garbage can.
Yep.
Like, it's just moments like that where you're like, holy crap, like this is, and I do think the NXT War Games were better than what we're seeing on the main roster. I think the NXT War Games were really, really good.
Oh yeah, it was. I mean, because it was the first time we'd really seen those too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like since the '90s.
Yeah.
Like I'll never forget that first one at that takeover. It just seeing it come back and having all the Extreme Rules elements like match.
Yeah.
Was just incredible.
Just
And
listening
like,
to William Regal scream War Games.
Oh yeah, every time. That's great.
Yeah.
William Regal just War Games. Yeah.
Like
it's almost more like a very aggressive exhale.
Right.
War Games.
War Games.
Oh.
But like it was because of one of those War Games that I think one of my favorite modern day War Games moments happened where they had it was in NXT, but they had Owens as the surprise fourth member on the one side, and when he came out, the roof never blew up so loud because no one knew it was Owens, and like that was a cool moment for not only for War Games but for NXT and for Owens himself to get that big of a reception after being away from NXT for so long.
Oh yeah. And it's really hard to keep a surprise in wrestling anymore. Too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Just because I mean we all know social media and just
dirt sheets and all that stuff
backstage. Yeah.
So now working a lot on the independents, working with a lot of independent companies, do you find yourself like getting kind of invested in some of these like companies, storylines, things like that? Do you find yourself becoming interested in what they're doing as a company?
I gotta tell you, Royalty Wrestling's the most fun I've had in a very, very long time.
They're so good. They're so good.
It's and just what it's so unique. The way that they're presenting the storylines to the match types as well.
Yeah.
It's great because I mean I talked to my girlfriend after the show because she lives in Los Angeles. So we FaceTimed afterward. And after I shot the first one, she was like, how was it? And I was like, it's a Renaissance fair and a wrestling show mixed together.
Yeah,
That does not
exactly.
sell you on it. I
Yeah,
don't know
exactly.
it will. But they've done such a great job of growing people. Like in this most recent show that we saw, Imperial March one.
Yeah.
Dirty Love cutting that promo at the end.
Yep.
Where he said, hey, you guys did not accept me, but seeing this here tonight, seeing this love and having this moment is important.
Yeah.
That's how you organically grow people.
Yep.
You send them out there, you give them something meaningful to do, but then on top of that, like you let them be themselves.
Yeah.
That was very cool to see. And like every single person on that show is just like so over with the crowd. Like there's not a single person that's
insane.
Yeah, the crowd is hot from beginning to end. They have that area. So the Sellersville area and that building in specific has been known for wrestling for a long time. Even long before Royalty was there, they had wrestling consistently there. So there's always been sort of a groundswell of fandom in that area. And I know when Royalty stepped in, the Forest Lodge was looking for another wrestling company to come in to kind of bring that back. And the Royalty fans are just incredible. I always talk about last year when there was an ice storm and it was most shows had canceled, whatever. You had 250 people come out in an ice storm for a Royalty Wrestling show.
Yeah, insane.
Now, whether they were supposed to be going somewhere else and then just came there, it didn't really matter because they still made the trek there through the ice storm to come and see Royalty Wrestling.
Yeah.
Places would kill for a fan base like that.
Yeah.
And I think a big part of it too is like there's a million indie shows out there.
Yeah.
And there's a million people that can do a lot of the same moves. When a show is able to create its own unique identity, that's special. Like that's very special.
And it's not even like the venue; it's the matches, the match types, the they're doing things that are literally like changing wrestling history by having matchups that has never happened before anywhere else.
That capture the flag match is one of the most fun
It's
events I think I've ever. Not
the
just
best.
a shot, but scene.
The
Like,
best.
it was
Oh,
great.
it's so good. And I think part of the reason that they're so good is that they're doing everything with the fans in mind.
Right.
Like the way they build things, the way they put things together, everything is about the fans, and they listen to the fans.
Yep.
You know, you have certain wrestlers like Dirty Love is a great example. Now, Dirty Love is a phenomenal. I think he's going to be something really special in this business because I think he has the right kind of mindset for things.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of things that he does, a lot of things that he's involved with, you know, he comes up with a lot of ideas, and I think he's got a really smart mind for that. But they listen to the crowd. You know, the crowd told them, "Hey, we hate this guy," and then all of a sudden the crowd said, "Hey, we love this guy."
Right.
And I can remember the conversations. You know, it just kept coming up like, "We're gonna have to turn him."
Right.
We're gonna have to turn him, like, you know. But the crowd told you, like, that's what we want to see, and it's blown through the roof. And the gatekeepers of all people,
same thing.
You know,
same thing.
Brother Bedlam and Dylan Cross, you know, absolutely hated. But when they won those Knights of the Squared Circle titles, forget about it. Like,
it was the roof blew
bananas.
off. Yeah.
I've worked for shows that are like broadcast that wish they could have had reactions like that.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Dude, at the last show when the gatekeepers made their entrance, there were people standing on their chairs to scream for Brother and Dylan. They were on top of their chairs standing like rah. Like, it was insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's just been cultivated. Like, it's really, everything is homegrown about the show. And I love that. Like, it was so funny because I talked to Jen, the promoter,
right?
Like at the after we were done with the No Love Lost show,
right,
in February.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, if you want to come back up here like next month, I know it's a really, really short turnover." I was like, "Tell me when." Like, I had so much
Just
fun.
say when.
Yeah, and I'm trying to find ways to come back for June, so I'm hoping to be up there with you guys again too.
Yeah,
well, the way they're heading, they're gonna grow out of that venue very soon.
Yeah,
like
it should be a touring show, man.
Dude, I mean, they add chairs at least. They add more and more rows of chairs during every show.
Yeah, it's insane.
During every show, they need to add more. I'm like, you're gonna have to move venues soon because you're gonna be outgrowing this one like so soon. Like, it's crazy.
There's a lot of indie shows I've shot where like I try to get a shot of the crowd for every indie show. I tell every photographer, like, that's one of the staple shots that you want to get because that's
of course
how the show's going to promote. There's some shows where you just can't get that shot of the crowd,
right?
Because the crowd ain't there.
Yeah,
like I've had that happen, before in my career with certain shows, and it's just, it is what it is. So anytime you have a fan base that's that passionate, like, you're doing something right.
Absolutely. All right, so this is something I wondered, because I know like when we go to a show, I know what we have to do to get things together. How much time does it take you to get yourself packed for a show? Because I see your setup and there's a lot of stuff there. So
right.
what is getting ready for a show like for you?
One thing you'll hear me say at every show is I miss the days when I could show up with just a camera.
Right. Right.
It was so much simpler.
Sure.
And it kind of grew from there. Like, when I started doing promos, I kind of fell into this by accident because I went to an indie show back in 2018 and I shot from the crowd with my Canon 5D Mark II and just
right,
little 50 millimeter lens and just posted the shots, and people started following me off Instagram from that. And then they saw the other stuff I did and were like, "Hey, can we do some of that too?" And I started adding lights to my kit, and it all just kind of grew from there. So in terms of packing, it takes me a week to get everything ready.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I fly with this stuff too.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
The flight kit is a little bit different, but
I'm sure
it's like 3 cases. Like, I have a giant
trolley
case. I have a big suitcase, and then I have a Pelican case that comes with me and my backpack.
Jeez.
So trying to get through an airport with all that stuff.
Oh, I can't.
Oh, I'm sure. Forget about it. Forget about it. No,
But
no.
I have to get to the venue at least like an hour early each time, just so I can kind of like get everything built and assembled, and then like do a light test to make sure everything looks good. Because once the shoots start, like you're not stopping. Like I have my Vegas studio day coming up.
Oh, nice.
In about 2 weeks, and that is almost completely sold out. But that's running from 10 a.m.
There it is.
Thanks for the plug there, man.
Yeah, we were going to talk about this at the end, but
we're here now.
Shout out to my girlfriend for making that amazing graphic too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Michael.
Cool.
Love you, babe.
Very cool.
Because I know she's gonna watch this. So, but yeah, the Vegas studio day starts at 10 a.m. and it runs till like 5 p.m.
Wow.
And I'm not like, it's back to back to back to back. It's weird how I'm like peeking around the window here of the graphic. It was like an instinct. I don't know why I was doing that.
Hello?
It's like the Shaq meme where he's just behind
Right.
the tree.
Right.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's back to back to back with that. So once the shoot starts, like I'm not stopping, until we break down. And then to complicate matters further, I'm heading directly from that over to the Luxor because WWEID has me doing their promo photos.
Oh, nice.
That is
amazing.
incredible.
That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Third time working with them.
That's great.
That's awesome.
First time was last year in Vegas, which was really funny because Jordan Oasis, he hooked that up for me. We had worked together before. Amazing guy. Like one of the nicest people you'll ever meet. But he stopped by my studio day that I was doing in the morning. He's like, "Hey, you doing anything tonight?" I'm like, "No, come by. I'll get in and do like you can do promos with WWEID." But the venue that they were doing it at didn't have like a backstage area. It was just the outdoors.
Oh,
yeah.
So, and this is my girlfriend and I have been together for like a year. She drove out to Vegas last year to like we had talked, and she came out to Vegas to like spend time with me, and like so we had just met, and she was going to this show with me. We're out back. It's crazy windy, and this poor girl is like hanging on to my light stand for dear life with a giant softbox on it, which is like a parasail. And my girlfriend is like 5'1" and weighs like 102 pounds. And I'm like, she's gonna fly away with this. So we're there against this back wall, just doing this, and like the shots, like they loved them. And then WWEID was doing a show in New York, so they had me come up and do stuff with them there. And here we are again because they've rotated a lot of people in, and I'm just gonna update their stuff for them in Vegas too. So
awesome.
That is so cool. Now
that's really cool.
Talking about some of the promo photos that you do with the smoke and the fire and all these things, how did that inspiration come about? Like where did you think, okay, I should start adding like smoke to these pictures? Or because it is like people instantly know your work. I can't stress that enough. Like you see those pictures and you automatically know who it is.
I just like trying stuff, man.
Right.
That's
there
the
you
honest
go.
answer.
There you go.
A lot of my influences, my photography influence is Herb Ritz.
Okay.
The things people would probably know Herb for the most, like back in the 80s when the new Batman movies would come out, Herb shot the studio photos of the bat suits, like the people.
Oh wow! Okay, cool.
So a lot of his style is what inspires a lot of what I do in terms of how he lights them and stuff like that.
Right.
I'm very influenced by movies and comic books, though.
Nice.
And the fog idea came from like old Spider-Man comics where Mysterio would show up.
Oh, okay.
And he always appeared in that big cloud of smoke.
Right.
And I was just like, let's try it. And it became kind of a staple of what I do.
Absolutely.
I've been trying to kind of pull back on it a little bit though, because I feel like I did it too much. Like, so we're kind of giving it a little bit of a break. Like I did on this most recent shoot, but I did a lot of other crazy stuff too regarding like motion blur and things like that. And just lens flares.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
Awesome. So you've got your Vegas studio day coming up, as we mentioned. Is there anything else coming up that you're want to get out there?
Yeah, I'm supposed to be going to New Orleans in June to work
Nice.
with Wildcat Pro,
Oh, cool.
and
Awesome.
Los Angeles. I'm possibly going to be back there in like May.
Okay.
I haven't really put anything together yet. I try to fly out there as much as I can to see her, and
Right.
vice versa. Like we're doing long distance right now, but most
Gotcha.
likely I'm going to end up moving back there probably within the next year.
Oh wow.
But that doesn't mean I'm done with royalty in Pennsylvania
Aha.
because my family lives on the East Coast.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
and if you guys have seen me at these shows, you've also seen my mom.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 So
Yes.
I'm really blessed because I have two like amazing women in my life. Like my girlfriend, she helps me out whenever I'm on the West Coast, and she also
Awesome.
flies to different places like with me too. And then when I do these shoots up in Pennsylvania, like my mom goes with me. She was a dance choreographer for 20 years, and she owned her own studio.
Yeah.
So she would go to these competitions when I was a kid, and I would just go with her. Like those were kind of like vacations. So to be able to do that now with what I do and be like, hey, come with me and bring her along, it's also free labor.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
Listen,
Right.
I try that as much as I can with my wife, but it doesn't always work out so well. She's been really good about filming stuff for me, so I can't
Yeah,
say
yeah,
that. And you know, she
no,
true.
I mean, with my mom, it's cool because like I was out there for 6 years, and 3 of those years I didn't get to come back to visit because the pandemic was in full swing.
Right.
yeah, sure.
So being able to make up for lost time doing that and bringing her on these trips with me is just the coolest thing, you
Right.
know?
Yeah.
And my girlfriend has no prior experience with wrestling.
Mhm.
So it's like she's been thrown into the deep end with
Right.
no water wings on this, but she's absolutely loving it. And I keep asking her, I'm like, are you sure about this? She's like, yes, let's go. So
Nice.
That's
like,
awesome.
it's just experiences I get to have with them both, and it's just the coolest thing that, you know.
Heck yeah.
That I was in that situation. My wife was not a wrestling fan before she met me, and I have turned her to our side, and she's a big Drew McIntyre fan, so we watch for Drew. It's been a very disappointing few months for us here after he lost the title again.
Right.
But I will say, she likes going to indie shows, loves royalty. Of all the shows we go to, royalty is the one she loves the most, and she had to miss the last show, and she was just devastated that she was away on a retreat with some friends, and she
Right.
just couldn't go. So she was really devastated that she missed it, because it's just her. It's become her favorite thing of
Yeah.
anything we do. Now she's gonna go to some other shows with me, but royalty is her thing.
Right.
Yeah, my like it's my mom literally has said like I feel like everyone there are like my second kids
Right.
when we work with them. So like,
Right.
which is just, it's the funniest things. I'm like, are you comfortable with watching them beat the hell out of each other? In
Right.
there?
Yeah.
'Cause-
Yeah. My wife is good until there's chair shots. That
Yeah.
I have never seen anybody so squeamish about a chair shot in my entire life. She won't even look most of the time. She's just like she didn't like that at all. But yeah, it's always nice. Like you said, royalty kind of feels like a family there.
Yeah.
You know, it really
Yeah.
does. I mean, I've known Josh for probably maybe 20 years now, from about way back in the Chikara days, and
Right.
you
Right.
know, it's a good place.
Yeah, everybody, it's an incredible show. It's a great group. Like I'll go back and work with them any day, you know.
Heck yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, as we're getting close to wrapping things up here, I want to show everybody once again. You have the studio day coming up in Las Vegas, April 16th, and as you said, yeah, where you at back there? Oh, there you is. There you is. And as you said, this is almost sold out, correct?
Yeah, I've only got one spot left.
Wow,
But I'm also going to be
one spot.
hitting up other shows while I'm there too.
Okay.
So you'll see me backstage popping around WrestleMania week, and
Yeah.
but that studio day is almost all booked out. So the last
Heck
spot
yeah.
I have, I think, is for 2 p.m. If anybody listening is going to be in Vegas and wants to grab it, now's your chance.
There you go.
Boom.
electricsleepimages.com/contact. Hit him
Yep.
up. Get that
Do it.
last spot in while you still can. And of course, we've had social media and whatnot running along the bottom of the screen. So definitely make sure that you are following Electric Sleep Images to see what they're doing next, who they're shooting next, and where you
Yeah.
may be able to get your photo shot by the good people at Electric Sleep Images.
Mm-hmm.
And I also started up a YouTube recently too.
Oh,
Hey.
nice.
A lot of really cool, like, behind the scenes stuff.
All right.
I know,
Heck yeah.
I
Yeah.
hate that I'm a YouTuber now, but
Listen,
Welcome to the club.
join us. We have snacks.
Right.
come on
Welcome
in,
to the
the
club.
water's fine.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I have some candy for
Yes,
you.
I have some candy.
Yeah, it's just Electric Sleep Images on YouTube, but I'm going to be doing a lot of travel videos. I actually shot a behind the scenes when I was working at Royalty with people.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
It's going to
Cool.
be on there, and
Okay.
you'll see just like some tutorials and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we'll make sure we hype that up. That's pretty cool.
Heck
That's
yeah.
good stuff.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. Awesome.
This has been a
Well,
blast, man. Thank you.
this has been great. I'm so glad you were interested in doing this, and
Yeah.
because I mean we've seen you at shows all the time,
Yep.
and I thought this guy is going to be really interesting to talk to. I'm sure he's got great stories, and just being able to shine another light on the work that you do, because
Yep.
I said this earlier, and I wasn't joking. Your work is very recognizable. Like, everybody knows
Thank you, man.
the quality of your work, and they see it and they know who it is. Like, you
Right.
you stand out among other photographers. So
I'm very grateful that I get to do this, and I feel like I get such a high every time I pick up that camera.
Right.
And I think it's because I know how lucky I am to be in the spot that I'm in,
Mm-hmm.
and that I get to do this.
Absolutely.
So as long as that feeling keeps going, I'll keep doing this.
Heck yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, that is going to do it for this episode of Wrestling with Life. So for Justin, the man behind the camera at Electric Sleep Images, for Parmesan, I'm King Ralph, and remember, kindness is free, so be kind to each other. God bless each and every one of you, and we will see you next time.
Be nice.